swagger about them, and they don't mind doing a little jawing.
You're right. And they play well. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Mikal Bridges. He's out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Johnson in at the 3. And for the Grizzlies, at the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Adams in at the 5.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Here's Morant on the inbound. Jackson dishes to Adams. A second chance effort. Brooks outside. Morant scanning the floor. Outside, Bane. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Jackson. Goes up again.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot.
Pass to Claxton. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Craig, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
Here we are, opening night, and these players, Steve, are just about as excited as the fans.
You love it, Kevin. Preseason is over. Game 1, it starts the real season. And yes, you want to get off to a great start.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Bridges passes to Claxton. Back to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Morant against Simmons. Morant with the bucket.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. For Memphis, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Morant passes to Brooks. From past the arc. They get it back. Out to Morant. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Boy, this is what a diverse skill set buys you. Jackson with so many options after corralling the miss.
And part of the Grizzlies' breakout 21-22 campaign, the emergence of Jaren Jackson Jr.
Triple J, GA, missed most of the 2021 season with a knee injury he sustained in the bubble. When he was back at 100% for the Grizz, he provided serious rim protection, plus the ability to hit a 3.
Outside, Simmons. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
The length, the quickness, and the agility. Jaren Jackson has everything he needs to be a premier defender.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Simmons. He can't hit that time. Adams, some nice D. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Dylan Brooks seems like a very spirited player. Smitty, he plays with a lot of emotion.
I've heard coaches say he's the team's biggest cheerleader, whether that's game time or practice. Kevin, he loves to motivate his squad to be at their best.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Thomas checked in for Johnson. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, here's Simmons. Sweet move. And the layup is good. Simmons got his second bucket of the night.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
Jones, the pass to Aldama. Another shot. Here's Payne. A rebound by the Nets.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Dinwiddie passes to Simmons. Poke loose. Thomas kicks to Bridges. 6 to shoot. Here's Simmons. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Jones, the pass to Aldama. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Jones kicks to Bane. Here's Aldama. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Ben Simmons. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nets.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
On defense, Memphis, trailing by 4. Simmons. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Simmons got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Jones with the drive, and it's blocked. Now it's Thomas running. He can go all the way. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Jones dishes to Clark. Pass to Kennard. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Simmons inside.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
So for Brooklyn now, Harris is out there with Simmons. And there's Seth Curry. And it's Sumner in at the point guard position.
You know, the one thing Steven Adams gives you, night in and night out, is toughness. He helps your team set a physical tone.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
And something that gets overlooked is how good of a passer Steven Adams is.
You're totally right, GA. He's gotten much better with his vision. Knows how to find cutters and open guys out of the high post. Plus, he's skilled at throwing those full-court touchdown passes.
Baines checked in for Dylan Brooks. Simmons against Morant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the defense of Jaren Jackson Jr., it has become elite. Triple J finishing top 5 in 2022 in the Defensive Player of the Year vote.
Good on the second free throw. Greg, why do you think Jaren Jackson Jr. made that leap defensively in his game?
Kevin, health. Jackson was finally back to 100% in 2022. The ability to kind of fully use his physical tools. And Jaren's still learning from playing night in, night out. Now living up to that massive potential.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him.
A walking triple-double threat. Simmons needs to keep working on developing that jump shot to be truly unguardable.
The Grizzlies trail by 11.
Creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And they get it back. Lock at 6. Here's Claxton. They shoot again. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Well, for Memphis, their last game a loss to Los Angeles. Grant. Rebound, Brooklyn. Simmons got his 5th rebound in this one.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
The Nets making a switch here. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Simmons. Johnson comes in for Harris. Mikal Bridges checked in for Curry. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Edmund Sumner. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. In recent years, the NBA has opened several international academies. Commissioner Adam Silver says huge numbers of people are playing basketball, but unless you take the best at a young age, get them facing elite competition and training under high-pressure circumstances, they won't develop into NBA-caliber players. Kevin?
Well, opening doors, David, that's always a good thing. Expansion. Thank you. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball.
Second team foul.
Morant against Dinwiddie. A new 14 for the Grizzlies. Here's Morant. No good there. The Nets go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. And their road trip is only getting started as that's the second of 6 for them. And taken away by Johnson. Stolen by Jackson. Morant with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. Looking to get it going. Kennard the pass to Adams. Morant drives in. And finished off by Morant.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Dinwiddie against Morant. And the Nets miss again. Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against the Charlotte Hornets. Adams down low. Dinwiddie covering. Nets leading by 5. Here's Finney-Smith, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis. We all know, Steve, that playoff basketball is different. So if you're preparing a teammate for their first taste of the postseason, a first-time playoff player, what do you tell them?
Well, the intensity goes to another level, but the game is the same. You really have to slow down in your mind the game in the playoffs. But most importantly, you must watch film, and film to get an edge.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Jones looking for an opening. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul.
And it's only their first turnover here, so they've done a great job of protecting the rock.
Dinwiddie outside. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Johnson. Buries the long-range jumper. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jones against Dinwiddie. Jones, no luck.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Brooks against Johnson. The second effort. That shot is off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Brooks finds Jones. Shoots it up. 6 on the shot clock. The offensive rebound.
They are just killing him on the interior.
It's the Nets now. They're leading by 8. Here's Dinwiddie. And Jones pulls it down. The 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we've reached halftime in this one. Nets lead by 8. Live from the FedEx Forum. You're watching 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points and 5 rebounds. And last game, he could never really get going. Maybe that lit a fire under him tonight. Shaq, let's get your take on Brooklyn.
They're going to work in the paint. Doing a great job. A good portion of their offense was generated inside. Really outperformed their opponent in that aspect. I expect it.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
The wingmen are Bane and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
And Simmons kicks to Bridges. Kicks it out to Johnson.
Nice defense by Dylan Brooks, using his power on that play.
And you know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Morant against Simmons. Bane passes to Morant. And stolen by Simmons. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Johnson outside. Here's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Johnson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And that one's good. Morant.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
Smitty with Memphis. What do they need right now to make a championship run this season?
Kevin, I think the pieces are all in place. It's a matter of luck on the injury front and staying focused when the pressure's on in the biggest postseason games.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
The wheels have come off a little bit leading up to this timeout. He is taking some low percentage shots, and it's killing the flow of their offense. More motion, more ball movement, that should lead to better looks for him and for the entire team.
Tillman, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And a change for the Nets. Curry's checked in. Simmons passes to Claxton. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
At 6'11", with his passing skills, Simmons will always find the open man.
Simmons against Morant. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Good. And a nice assist from Morant. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
So active inside, and with that big frame, Jackson has no trouble finishing through contact.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Bridges outside. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Simmons. Count that bucket. Simmons got 8 points here in this quarter.
And all second half, they haven't gotten stops with any consistency.
Here's Morant. And that one, good.
Look how Ja just glides through the contact. He's such a nimble player.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 11-point game. Well, Smitty, after his sensational rookie season, I think people knew that Ja Morant had an unlimited ceiling.
Kevin, now we know it's not just high, it's through the roof. Ja was Rookie of the Year, and he keeps up in his game. We could, Kevin, be looking at an all-time great.
Here's Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
That was a second look at our Mobile One Drive. Amazing control on display.
And that's a thing of beauty. Certain plays, almost no words. You just sit back and appreciate it.
Jackson misses.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Now, here's Morant for 3. A rebound by the Nets. 56 seconds left to play in the third. Simmons looking around. 17-foot shot on the way. Claxton no good.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
A 3 from Morant. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
The 3 from Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Now here's Simmons. And he has 28 points for the game. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Taking 2 shots.
And Simmons drops them both. Morant against Thomas. Morant kicks to Bane. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Nets out in front. They're up by 9. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Cameron Johnson is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Thomas, and it's Claxton in at center.
3.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
Johnson. And Johnson is right there. And the Nets lead by 14. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nets?
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far, being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And another thing they've really excelled at tonight is protecting the shooters. Keep getting their shots swatted away by this squad.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Adams checked in. Here's Dinwiddie. The shot comes out, and it's Memphis the other way. Here's Morant. Sinks that one from the post. Morant's got 18 points now here in the second half.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taking advantage of what the defense allows.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Good personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Nets, Cameron Johnson.
He's off on the first. Some changes for Memphis. Jackson comes in for Clark. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Morant. Then for the Nets, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Joe Harris. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Thomas. Johnson over to help. Inside. Takes it inside. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Here's Adams, and he gets the bucket.
Can't teach size and strength. Once Adams gets position, you're not rooting him out of there.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
Jones, no luck.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Here's Dinwiddie. And the rejection by Jackson. And Adams kicks to Bane. And he goes in for the dunk.
You see the impressive leaping ability. Bane getting off the ground with ease.
Timeout called the Nets.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Simmons checked in for Dinwiddie. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Jones for 3. They get it again. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Just can't let Adams get this deep in the paint, because when he does, he's focused on slamming it down.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Jones for 3. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
A beautiful pass to lead his teammate right to the hoop.
The Grizzlies trail by 15. Jones, the pass to Bane. Brooks from outside. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Simmons. And good that time. Simmons got 36.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nets.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ben Simmons.
He really played at his preferred pace. Never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Simmons inside, working on Jones, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Memphis ball.
And 1:01 left in the 4th quarter. Kennard for 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
First team foul.
Mikal Bridges picks one up.
At the line
And the
for
NBA has
Grizzlies.
favored three-point shooting here as of late.
Which has made players like Luke Kennard very valuable in the process, GA. The lefty stroke of Kennard is a thing of beauty, and he shoots the 3 ball with such confidence. No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
Here's Simmons, and Adams sends it back.
That's the length of Adams, but also the good instincts defensively.
Here's Conchar. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball. Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And we've talked about this. When Simmons takes initiative, good things tend to happen.
Ben Simmons. 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. No luck that time either. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the pass to Kennard. From outside the arc, they grab their own miss. Adams' shot is good.
Credit Steven Adams' hustle and determination. He puts himself in a position to succeed.
Here's Simmons driving inside. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Grizzlies.
Jones, no luck. Outside, Simmons. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Some scouts were surprised when Jackson's wingspan was measured over 7'5". That's a huge number, especially when you talk about contesting shots.
And so it's Brooklyn.